And welcome to Topic A here on WYLN, everyone. I'm Gary Perna. I'm very pleased to have County Manager Dave Pedri. We're going to talk about the county, what he's looking forward to moving forward, his role as manager, and what is in line for Luzerne County. This is what you need to know if you're a resident of Luzerne County or you work in the county. Stay with us here on Topic A. We'll be right back after this.
At All American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, we treat our customers like family.
Because to us, nothing is more important than family.
So come on in and let our family get your family into a new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram.
Need a work truck or have an active family lifestyle? All American Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram has a wide variety of inventory to choose from. It's the Jeep Celebration event and Ram Power Days.
All American Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram in Tamaqua.
Let's trade keys.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
For more than 45 years, S.J. Kowalski has been installing and servicing high-efficiency heating and air conditioning systems. Customer satisfaction, safety, and quality have always been their #1 priority, and they have the track record to prove it. Act now for your S.J. Kowalski Lennox rebate up to $1,600 and 0% interest for up to 72 months. Lennox and S.J. Kowalski, heating and cooling the way the earth intended.
What's on TV? Plenty. WYLN TV 35, the best in local programming.
And welcome back to Topic A, everyone, here on WYLN. I'm Gary Perna. I'm very pleased to have Luzerne County Manager David Pedri here with us. And Dave, thanks so much for coming on. First time we have you on the show.
Thanks, nice to be here. Thanks for the invitation.
So, almost 2 years now as the county manager.
Correct.
You were the solicitor for the county, and became the manager. So, first of all, what led you to want to leave law and to come in to help run the county? And really, you're the guy in charge of the county day to day.
Sure. The county manager role is something that's very interesting. There are 5 county managers in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. 4 of them are elected. I'm the only county manager in Pennsylvania that's actually appointed by our county council. When our home rule government came in 2012, they made some changes, and one of the things they wanted to put in was almost like a board of directors CEO type relationship. And the board of directors being the county council and CEO being the county manager side of things. It's been an interesting road. One of the things that drew me to working with the county as a solicitor was how many chances as a lawyer do you get to be one of the first lawyers to look at a brand new form of government? It doesn't happen very often.
Right.
And as someone who studied politics, studied government, it's a huge opportunity. And then when this opportunity came up to be county manager, I'm born and raised in Luzerne County. I choose to raise my children here in Luzerne County. It's a wonderful place to grow. I had an opportunity to truly do something, and that's why I took the opportunity, and it's been a good 2 years.
There is a lot that goes into Luzerne County. It is probably one of the largest counties, especially in our area that we see. You oversee 1,500 employees. Day-to-day operations really runs through your office. How do you keep it all straight?
Yeah, it's some days it's a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you. I got some great people who work with me, and that helps out quite a bit. 1,500 employees, but the county of Luzerne is huge, and we just talked about this. You can fit the entire state of Rhode Island within Luzerne County's boundaries. 315,000 people live in Luzerne County, and we do so many important services. It means a lot to me to say that when somebody's in a dire time of need and they need to pick up a phone and call 911, that's a Luzerne County employee on the other side. We handle, obviously, the prison, children and youth, mental health, anything to do with the courts. We have 127 miles of roads in Luzerne County, so there's a little bit of everything. I would say this, my days are always full of something.
Never the same, right?
Never the same, and we learn something every day.
With us taking on this new form of government, you are the second manager in there. There's still a lot of new territory that Luzerne County is going through. And do you think, sitting here now in the manager seat, have we gone through all those growing pains, or are we still seeing things come up that maybe we haven't dealt with in the new form of government?
I would say, I'll tell you the truth, and now we're almost 6 years in at this point, we're through a lot of the growing pains. And I have to give credit to the first county council that was there in 2012 and my predecessor, Robert Lawton. They had a lot of discussions as to my job, your job, this line is here, this line is here, because there's a lot of gray areas. But one thing that's always been very clear is that the county administration under myself handles the day-to-day operations. We hire, we fire, we handle the running of the county business, and the county council handles legislative actions and sets the budget. And that's been a clear line in the sand. And I have to say, in my role as county solicitor and as county manager, very rarely have we been able to see a crossover that line. There's always going to be growing pains. There's always going to be something that pops up out of nowhere. Most recently, we had a discussion on contracts. Do I sign this contract, or is this a county council approved contract? How does this work? How do we do? But you know, we are working together, and county council is 11 individuals, 11 strong-minded elected officials. But we get through it one step at a time.
That was one of the things I couldn't imagine answering to 11 bosses, you know, walking into a meeting and have 11 different people come in, especially at budget time. You know, when you present a budget, you have at least 11 set of eyes first hitting it, plus, you know, the public and department heads. You know, how do you function with 11 people questioning, how does this work, how's that work?
Well, listen, you get 11 people in a room and you ask them where you want to go to lunch. Okay, there's going to be, people are going to have discussions, there's going to be arguments, who wants this, who wants that. So now we're talking about major issues. Now we're talking about borrowing, we're talking about people's lives, people's jobs, services in the county. So of course there's going to be discussions. And you know, I know some municipalities have very quick meetings, 15, 20-minute meetings, and they're out the door. But you know what? Our meetings take a lot longer. And you know what? That's probably a good thing. Because what it says is that all the decisions are made out there in the public. 11 individuals are a lot of people to get to consensus, but you know, we work together. A lot of times I don't see the county council as my quote-unquote bosses, but as the other side of the government. We have two branches of government. My job is to do this, and this is what their job is, and we got to work together to make that happy medium. Sometimes it's going to be on my side, sometimes it'll be on their side, but can we work together to get there?
So you proposed the 2018 budget just a short time ago, and in it has a 2% increase. So roundly, if you had a $100,000 home, you'd be paying about an extra $1 a month or $12 a year on your taxes. Could you explain what that 2% is needed for?
Listen, it's not something that we do lightly. Okay. Asking for a tax increase, as a taxpayer myself and my family, it's very difficult to keep going back to the taxpayers, the homeowners, and say, we need more, we need more, we need more, and I fully understand that. But when you look at the great strides the county has made just in the past, since home rule came in 2012, we have to continue to stay on that right track. In 2012, under the home rule form of government, they were saddled with over $400 million worth of debt. $400 million worth of debt that was put in there by the county commissioners. As we stand here in 2017, we are just over $300 million in debt. So you're not going to get a lot of county administrators or government types of bragging that they're $300 million in debt, Gary, and here's sitting in your chair. But I'll tell you what, I am proud of that, because it does mean that we're making the right decision. Paying off $100 million of debt in just over 5 years is an impressive feat, and something we should be proud of. Now, this 2% tax increase, it is $1 a month on a $100,000 parcel, and you know, but we don't do that flippantly to say that's not a lot of money. It is a lot of money for people, and I can't keep going back to them. But here's what the situation that we have in the county. In 2018, our health care will go up by $700,000. our pension payments will go up by $1 million. And that's a promise that we made to those county employees that there will be a pension there for them and it will be funded. So we have to upkeep that promise. We have guaranteed collective bargaining agreements and some merit raises for people that are over $600,000. So just right there, I just lined out $2.3 million, and I didn't even start doing any good stuff for the county yet.
Right.
I'm just maintaining the status quo. Everything goes up, and for the people watching at home, understand they run a household, and everything goes up. They know that bread costs more this year than it did the year before.
Right.
Everything goes up. We have a large budget. We continue to work with it, but can we work within our budget and get there? We're getting there, Gary. We have a $1.3 million surplus in 2016, a surplus in 2015. We're riding the financial ship. This is one more step towards that.
All right, we're going to take a short break right there. Stay with us here on Top of the Game. We'll be right back with County Manager Dave Pedri.
BLB Auto Sales is a division of Barbush Automotive. One call does it all. Looking for a good pre-owned car or truck? BLB Auto Sales has a great lineup of clean, inspected vehicles. If you need repairs on your vehicle, then Barbush Automotive can handle any job at affordable prices. Located at 1299 State Route 940, Hazel Township, one call does it all. 570-454-7571.
Your body was made to move, fluidly and with ease. If the need for joint replacement surgery has stopped you in your tracks, it's time for a plan that can put you back in motion faster. The area's most experienced surgeons, the region's only nationally ranked program. That's Orthopedics in Action at Lehigh Valley Health Network.
What's on TV? Plenty. WYLN TV 35, the best in local programming.
Build your American dream and win with Lincoln.
You win 3 ways. Lincoln uses high-quality American steel, and that puts Americans to work. Lincoln buildings are real easy to assemble. Plus, Lincoln makes sure you get the absolute best price.
What made it an easy choice is that Lincoln offers financing. And the building I like is only $95 a month.
Lincoln gives a 40-year warranty.
Putting up this building was very simple. Me and a couple buddies put it up with just 3 or 4 ladders.
Lincoln offers financing, and that's a big deal to me.
And Lincoln is without a doubt the best buy in steel buildings.
Steel prices are rising, so if you want to save money, you need to call now.
Call now for our limited time offer, a 25 by 30 by 12 with frame 10 by 10 opening as low as $6,900. Call 800-305-8726. That's 800-305-8726.
Tune in each week to WYLN TV 35 to watch the #1 Hazleton-based broadcast television talk show, The Storm, hosted by Tiffany Cloud. Candidates, politicians, community leaders, and more appear on The Storm when they want to be heard. New shows air Wednesdays at 8 p.m. and these additional airtimes only on WYLN TV 35. We're your local network.
Welcome back to Topic, everyone. I have David Pedri, the County Manager for Luzerne County. We talked about the 2% increase in the 2018 budget. In that budget, you've called for the creation of a Chief Operating Officer for the county to be paid $90,000 and a Communications Coordinator for the county to kind of work under you at $51,000. Plus, we've also saw 3 Assistant District Attorneys and a couple other positions for the Public Defender's Office, a Kitchen Supervisor for the prison. And right before you said, we have this deficit. Why are we looking now at adding more positions to the county?
Well, Here's the reason why. We have to get better, and we got to run as a corporation, okay? And are we giving our services to the citizens of Luzerne County? When I started the DA's office in 2004 for Luzerne County, we were at just over 2,000 employees in 2004. As we sit here now in 2017, we have 1,500. So we've cut over 500 employees during that time period here, and I like to say we right-sized our government. But if we're going to continue to move this county forward, we got to get the positions and the people in place to continue to do that. We talked about the size of the county, and we talked about how big it is. The coordinator of operations position will take each of our 8 division heads and make them run as a team almost to coordinate in between all of them to make sure that we're getting the best bang for our buck across the board. That's the goal of the chief operating position. As for the communications director, it's something that I feel strongly about because, listen, Luzerne County, northeastern Pennsylvania as a whole, is a heavy news market, and people need to know what is going on in the county. If you go to the county website, www.luzernecounty.org, you'll see every hire that we make, every contract that I sign, you know, the division head reports, everything, the right to know requests, it's all right there in the open. So outreach is a big part of what home rule government is and what it should be. And this individual will take the lead on those type of things. I'm not looking for a spokesman. I'm not looking for somebody to speak for the county. Believe me, listen, I'll be here anytime you want, Gary. But I do think that the county has a need for someone to coordinate a media message, and that's the reason why we're looking to do those things. The district attorney, public defender, we're talking about public safety here. We're talking about some interesting movements at Central Court,
right,
with the court changing some of the way we do preliminary hearings. Here's what I would say. Our budget is going to be reviewed by county council every Tuesday from now until December. And I encourage the public to come into a meeting and get their thoughts on to why they need a position. The district attorney was just in front of county council earlier this week, and she stated very clearly as to why she needed those 3 new positions. Come, take a look at things before you make any judgments. Come take a look at why we are asking for these positions.
The one thing we've noticed with the home rule government and the way it's working, you said every Tuesday you're going department by department, you're looking at the budget, you're ripping into it. It's not just saying, okay, here's the budget, 11 people get it, they make their decisions, come out for voting on it. Everyone has an input to hear what's going on. With these, with the meetings going on, the way the budget's being dissected, this is not an easy process for you whatsoever. So when will you get a budget back? Or when do you think usually, I know it's at the end of December, that you have to have that in stone, this is what we need to do budget?
Sure, so a couple things. By our charter, we have to have the budget submitted to county council by October 15th. So that means August and September, I am sitting down with department heads, division heads, all county employees, and I'm spending a lot of time and effort with them. I meet with our budget and finance department. I see them more than I see my family during those months. And we spend hours in this little room, and we put everything on the big board, and we bring it back down, and we take this out, and we put this back in, and we sit down and go over it. And then county council will be reviewing these things. They have to vote on it by December 15th of the year for the previous year. But we are going to go through line by line. Literally, we go through, why do you need $1,000 for meetings, conference, and training fees? Where are you going? What are the plans? What's the idea? We're talking about a $300 million budget, but we're still looking at why you need $1,000. And that's a good thing. It's a long process. It makes for some long Tuesday nights, but there's nobody at the end of the day that can say that they don't know what's in the budget.
Right.
And once again, we have to err on the side of transparency. It's out there in the open. If the people want to see it, the Luzerne County budget is online. You can go to the county manager page at our website. It's right there for you to see.
One of the things I know that will be coming down that the county has to deal with, which most counties are dealing with currently, is the transition for the 911 centers, moving from the old analog system into the new digital system, updating the radio and communication systems. We went through it. We went through it in painstakingly detail here with Schuylkill County, and we talked about it, went through the whole process. You guys are now looking at the same thing.
Absolutely.
That also is going to cost you a large bill. This isn't something that's going to be done for $1,000.
No, unfortunately, this is something that's between $19 and $20 million. But our radios are at end of life in 2020. Okay, so listen, you got to start planning for these things now, and it comes down to public safety. We can't be shorting these things, but it's new software and radios for 911, but it's also for all the municipalities. Every municipality, every ambulance, every police officer, every fire department in the entire county needs to be on this system and have the proper hardware to do that. So it's a huge expenditure of $19 to $20 million. We're looking for grants. We're being very aggressive with some of those things, and we may have to actually go out to borrow for one of the first times under home rule to go out to do these, to bring in some monies to do this. But Gary, it is a public safety issue. We want to make sure those people are safe and secure. We're making some major upgrades to our 911 system. Our 911 center has won state awards recently, and our director has won a state award. So we're really proud of how far they've come. We're adding 2 towers in the northwest section, the southwest section of the county, in order to better effectuate our service. But we have to get there. Unfortunately, these things cost money, and I get it. I can't keep going back to the people to do those types of things. But when we're talking about public safety, we're not going to cut corners.
Especially if something would go wrong, the first place you're going to go to is the people making the decision, saying, why wasn't this done? And this is not something that you guys are just saying, oh, we're doing it because we want to do it. This is a mandate. Everyone needs to be on the same page. And I can remember sitting through meetings in Schuylkill County and going painstakingly through how the counties were going to pay for them, how fire departments were going to pay for them. You're looking at volunteer fire departments who barely keep afloat with their fundraisers now have to go out and buy a $20,000 radio to meet with this. So it's not just worrying about the county. You guys are worrying about each department, fire, police, EMS. The hospitals need to be on the same page. Everyone needs to work together. And you guys have meetings already with those officials.
We already started this process. Listen, we know that the 911 system is only as good as the first providers going out there to get out there. Our EMS, our firefighters, our police. Listen, if they can't get in touch with us, they're there. And we're lucky to have some great ones here in Luzerne County. We've got to work together.
Right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back here on Topic A. Stay with us on WILN.
Finally, a car buying experience where it's quick, transparent, and you're set for life. At Hazelton Honda, every new vehicle purchased includes a lifetime warranty, lifetime oil and filter changes, lifetime car washes, lifetime loaner vehicles, lifetime state inspections, and Sunday express service. A gigantic selection to choose from, always amazing prices, courteous and expert sales staff, convenient store hours. Discover the joy of buying at Hazelton Honda, where you are set for life.
It begins with a click. And no matter where you are, you have countless choices at your fingertips. On the road, on your break, even in your own backyard. A world of entertainment is just a click away. Simply go to secv.com/TVE to get started. Service Electric Cablevision, connecting you to everything that matters.
For over 25 years, Whitetail Preserve Shooting Range, 118 Boulevard Road, Bloomsburg, has provided professionally designed skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields. All stations are handicapped accessible, with resident NRA certified shooting instructors on site. There are packages available to fit anyone's budget, restaurant and catering on site. Our facility is also available for weddings, business meetings, bachelor and private parties. Call 570-384-2314.
Watch Off the Beaten Path on WILN TV 35 and discover the Pennsylvania you never knew existed.
And welcome back to Topic A, everyone. We talked about a lot of changes going on in the county and how things are moving forward, but Dave, you want to talk a little bit about preserving the courthouse.
Sure.
There was a major project going on in the rotunda, pretty much saving it. You know, it was kind of left in a little bit of disrepair. So how is that going? What's being done? And you know, why is it so important to make sure that that beautiful artwork stays there?
So listen, this is something that's near and dear to my heart. That courthouse is beautiful. And here's the thing, you couldn't build that courthouse today if you tried. It would be over $100 million for all the marble and the amazing murals and the artwork. And we got to take care of what we have. That has to be there for our children, our grandchildren, and we got to take care of it. In 2009, we put up a net over the rotunda because the plaster was falling in. Okay, so finally that net is down, and we're now fixing all the plaster, and we're fixing the murals across the entire top of the courthouse. We're putting it back to its original 1907 location, and what it looks like. It's been damaged for years. Water damage. Unfortunately, nicotine, tobacco. People smoked in the courthouse up until the 90s. And, you know, it was been damaged, and we have to take care of it. I truly believe that you need to take care of what you have. We are putting our monies into, we paved the parking lot, we painted things, we are putting a signage project up so people know these are county buildings and here's what they could find there. It's those little things that show, hey, listen, I know where my taxpayer dollars are going, and this looks like something that I can be proud of, and we can have here in Luzerne County.
I know one of the biggest things when you became manager, and it still haunts you to today, just having to manage it and make sure it's run properly and efficiently, is the county prison. You know, our prison is kind of unique when you look at some of the other prisons there. 8 floors, and you've at one point said we need a new prison, but where do you come up with however millions of dollars to pay for it?
I mean, that's what, listen, as we talked about, we're over $300 million in debt. And I'd be the first to tell you, listen, I stated this before and I still stand by the statement, we got to start talking about a new prison. It's 2017. We have a building with 8 floors in it, means separate, really 8 separate prisons that are in there. If we had one prison that was done efficiently, laid out properly, safely, it'll help our guards, it'll help our inmates, it'll help our bottom line for finances. But you're talking, you know, millions of dollars to get us there. And really, until we continue to turn this corner financially, we're not at the point we're not at that point yet. So we're going to continue to make the little changes where we want to be doing. But you know, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, we got to get to the point where we say, hey, listen, this prison needs to be a priority to us, and it's got to be there for the future.
What are you looking forward to? You know, moving in to 2018, you know, what are you looking for the county to do? What are the big things that you want to make sure that are sustained for the residents in the county?
Obviously, you know, we got to continue to maintain our property as we talked about. This 911 project is a major goal. We have to continue to make the right financial decisions, continue to pay down this debt. I don't know if we've turned the corner yet, but we got our foot out, okay? And we're coming around a corner to where we want to be doing those things. That's where we need to be going forward. We can never lose sight of the fact, though, over all of this, over all these financial decisions, and it's easy to talk about money, that we are there for the taxpayer and because of the taxpayer. So we can never lose sight of the fact of customer service. When somebody comes to Luzerne County Courthouse, they need to know that they will get there efficiently, they will be able to do their business, park without a problem, and be on their way. That's what we need to be doing. When somebody comes to Luzerne County to do their business, it needs to be as clear of a customer service process as we possibly can have.
I know a lot of work goes in to your job especially, and the work that is being done at the county every day amazes me. Quickly, 1 minute, going forward in this budget process, what are you hoping for?
I'm hoping for some good discussion. Obviously, you know, when we put up everything out there, I'm hoping for we get some new positions in, so we can continue to make the strides as to where we can be doing things. But overall, I know we're going to make a final decision, and we're going to live within the budget, and I look forward to continue to work with everybody to that extent.
All right. Well, Dave, we welcome you back anytime here on Topic A. Hopefully, we'll have you back maybe in the beginning of the year once we get the budget settled and how everything's going.
Listen, I'll have a couple more gray hair, Gary, but we'll get me in.
All right. Dave, thanks so much. And remember, everyone, take time. They are meeting every Tuesday night up at the courthouse to go over the budget. So if you want to be involved, you want to hear where your taxpayers' dollars are going, go be a part of that meeting, listen in so you understand. Thanks so much for joining us, everyone, here on Topic A, where the community comes to talk. We'll see you next time here and only here on WYLN.